Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a review and wear test on the second new foundation from Tarte. This is the Hydrating Shape Tape. I got the shade Light Sand. If you didn't check out my video from yesterday, be sure to go do that because I do a full wear test on the matte Shape Tape foundation. Little background on my skin, I do have oily skin. Generally I like to stick to more matte foundations because I am oily, but you never know. This has a blue stripe on it. Here is the matte one. It has a purple stripe. It's the same exact packaging as the Tarte Shape Tape, the matte foundation. This seems to have significantly more ingredients than the matte one does. Let me pull up on the Tarte website and give you a little bit of information about the foundation. This was $39. You get 1 ounce. It has 4 stars with 4 reviews on the Tarte website. There are 15 shades in this foundation, and the details say it's a hypoallergenic luminous finish gel foundation featuring the same iconic buildable coverage as Shape Tape concealer with an added boost of skin smoothing oil-free hydration. It says it provides the same rich creamy full coverage as Shape Tape concealer in a weightless gel. The collagen and hyaluronic acid packed formula continuously hydrates while helping to plump skin and refine pores without creasing, caking, or fading for 12 hours. I love hyaluronic acid. It is a very good skincare ingredient and it seems to really help plump and hydrate my skin. I really enjoy it in my skincare. I don't know how I feel about hyaluronic acid being in a foundation. I am going to prime my skin using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. So here's a comparison between the hydrating foundation and the Shape Tape concealer as far as the size goes. You can see the foundation is significantly wider. I'm hoping having this Dr. Brandt's Pores No More primer underneath this foundation helps keep me not oily but still have a nice luminosity from the foundation, if that makes any sense. So on half of my face I'm going to do this with a sponge and then the other half with a brush. Here is the applicator. Looks very similar to the actual Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Has a very weird smell. And this one looks darker than the matte one. Hold on, I just want to show you guys. Oh my gosh, look. Okay, so these are both in the shade Light Sand and the hydrating one is darker than the matte one in the same exact shade. That is interesting. I'm just seeing if it's buildable because I feel like the matte foundation had better coverage right away than this one does. This one is buildable, but it definitely does not give the immediate full coverage like the matte foundation did. Right away it is pretty luminous. It doesn't look bad, but I'm definitely going to set it because if I don't set it, it will transfer and look really bad throughout the day. It's so dark. It's so much darker than the other one. Oh well, we can lighten it up a little bit with the Shape Tape concealer. So this is how my skin is looking with a sponge. I do think that it looks nice and hydrated and plump. Okay, it looks nice. So let's do the other side with a brush. Yesterday I did wear the matte foundation for 12 hours and it did end up creasing a bit in my smile lines. And with this hydrating foundation, I definitely want to set it because it will crease on me right away. Both sides seem to look pretty similar. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in. Here's my skin. It does look very nice and hydrated and plump. I don't mind this glow, like this overall glow, but I don't like when it makes me look very, very oily. So I'm gonna say right now, I don't mind the glow, but I do think there is a big difference between my face and my neck right now. Probably got it up to high medium coverage. I won't say that this is full coverage. And it's already starting to crease a bit in my chin. It doesn't look heavy, it just looks like a healthy skin. So I'm going to try and line it up a little bit. I'm going to use the Shape Tape concealer and just put it like here on my nose, underneath my eyes, and on my chin just to try and brighten it up and make it match my neck a bit more. but we'll come back when my makeup is all done and give you an idea of what it looks like when it's all set and stuff. We're back. I have finished the rest of my makeup. Looking at the foundation, it looks really nice. I do like the way that it's looking on my skin. It's set down really nicely. It's not creasing anywhere weird. It is looking a little heavy around my nose right here. And same with this side of my nose. And you can see it's definitely not full coverage because you can still see these little spots right here. My skin looks really nice. I mean, it looks healthy. I'm happy with how it looks. We'll see how it wears. Hopefully it does not get super oily throughout the day. I think it's set down really nice and it still has that nice radiant glow even after I set it. I did use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. We're just gonna have to see how it wears and I'll take you with me throughout my day. It is snowing outside. Like crazy snowing. I forgot to say what time I officially finished. I finished at 10. Hey guys, so it is now 1:30. It has been on for a couple hours now, and this foundation has not gotten oily. It doesn't look super heavy. It doesn't look overly luminous, and I'm really enjoying this foundation. It feels lighter than the matte foundation. It's not like creasing any more weird spots. I mean, my nose on the side still looks a little heavy, but other than that, it's staying on my skin really well. I just wish that it was as full coverage as the matte foundation. But either way, I am enjoying this and we'll check back in a little later. So it is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This has been on for about 6 hours now and I'm not seeing the hydrating aspect to this foundation. It's not making me look oily. I definitely feel like there is a glow to my skin, but it doesn't look super oily. I'm very surprised. I was thinking I was going to be an oily mess. For having oily skin, I think it's doing really well. Hydrating foundations are not something that I am drawn to try, but I'm really happy I did try this one. I'm just gonna have to keep seeing how it wears. It's only been on for 6 hours, so let's keep wearing it and see if I turn into an oily mess or if this just all over glow stays put. I'm back. It is now 8:30 and this has been on for a little over 10 hours. As you can see, I'm pretty oily. More on my forehead, around my nose. It's completely rubbed off on my chin. Really, I think this held up really well for a hydrating foundation on my really oily skin. Sometimes I will get oily within a few hours of wearing a foundation and then I have to keep powdering and keep powdering throughout the day, and that is a pain. I think overall this lasted pretty dang well on my oily skin. I do look oily, but I have other foundations that claim to be oil controlling that look worse at the end of the day than this one does. So I'm still really happy with it. I need to play around with it a little bit more, figure out what products work best with it. Throughout the day, I really did enjoy the glow that it gave me. It did not look oily like this. It had just this soft, like radiant glow underneath my powder. So I really enjoyed that. I thought my skin looked a little bit more natural and skin-like than when I wear really matte foundations. It still gets a thumbs up for me. I think if you have dry skin, you are going to really enjoy this foundation. For oily skin, definitely use a mattifying primer. And I would recommend setting your face with powder and also maybe setting it with some setting spray. If you have oily skin, this is going to get a little bit more oily throughout the day, but not too bad. I probably wouldn't wear this foundation for a whole 10 hours, maybe just 7 or 8. So those are my final thoughts on this foundation. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on my future videos. I did do a foundation review of the matte heart shaped tape yesterday, so be sure to go check out that video. And I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!